Welcome to the Earth is Ghetto podcast. I just want to go ahead and acknowledge we've been consistent.
We have. Y'all should be proud of us.
You really should. No, you should be proud of me. Aaron's always consistent. You will go on Aaron's TikTok, okay? And thank you. You will go on Aaron's TikTok. They be doing these vlogs. They're doing all these different things. And girl, I post like once a month. Why do I only have 5,000 followers? Like,
I wonder why.
I wonder what's happening. Because you don't post, bitch. But I do try to stay consistent with this show. All right? So I'll work on the other things. We will get there. Now, let's go directly into the mental health check-in. I will start with you, Aaron. Go ahead. Let us know how you're feeling.
I would say I'm feeling pretty good. Again, since I've been very consistent on my creativity, that's really been helping me, girl. I've been doing the things, honey. Y'all should be proud of me, bitch.
I know I am.
Yeah.
And I can already tell that you actually are happier.
Yes.
Walking through the world, doing what you're doing. I can tell.
I'm in therapy. I'm focusing on my hobbies, things that I love, like the singing, the dancing, and everything.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm still aware of all the things that's happening because but I've learned to not let my anxiety of the future consume my life. I just can't do it anymore. So I'm glad I'm in a good space with that.
That's good. Yay. Mine's a little bit more up and down. I was having some really good moments, like my antidepressants felt like they were working, which, by the way, beautiful. But when financial troubles and so on and so forth kind of come on you're still trying to be like, is this the depression or is this situational? Do you know what I mean? Or you're trying to figure out what's the cause. You know what I mean? And I will say right now, I'm having somewhat of a difficult time, at least in reference to being there for myself as much as I am there for other friends, even if those certain friends may not even appreciate, where I am and how I'm coming. Because I'm realizing that I am not being there for myself in the way that I should. Because the only way that you can be there for other people is if you're there for yourself. You can't love other people unless you are here to actually have some semblance, a foundation of love for yourself. I didn't say supreme love for yourself, but you got to at least have a basis, at least a foundation for it. And I realized that I have an issue letting go of certain things. And that this is a little bit more on me than it is the other person, because there were a lot of opportunities for me to be like, I think that's a lot what I'm kind of going through and kind of going back and forth on. But all I can say is that I am so glad that I am in a safe space to be able to express those feelings without feeling attacked. Like, hey, I don't think I can be there for you right now in this moment. I feel fucked up. And thankfully the people in my closest vicinity are going to be like, that's all good. I can barely be there for me. You're good to go. There's no blame. I'm not here to guilt trip you or make it sound like you're not being a good enough friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like I'm just getting kind of better with that. I think I'm trying to be a little bit more kind to myself. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
That's important.
Because it's hard. It's hard to be kind to me for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. All right, well, moving on. Going on to the next thing. So let us get directly into, I guess, this great segue. The unemployment rate that we currently have going on in the States is insane. I'll be honest with you. I'll go on Indeed, sometimes in somewhat of a rural area, and all they have for you to apply to is ICE.
Yep.
That's not a mistake. That's by design. They want to make it so you're either going to be in those detention centers or helping run those detention centers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one or the other. And I just want to tell people, like, let me tell you something. If you cook food, sell it on Facebook. Make a little group. Find a group for where you are. Because I'm here to try and help. Because these are things that I'm about to start doing. Because I can't just sit here and make no money. The one thing I know how to do is cook.
And let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell you hoe something. Sydney's cooking is to die for. Stop playing with my girl and her cooking. Because I tell her all the time, I would buy this. What are you doing? So, yes.
So, I'm going to be making some food and figuring out how I can get it to people. Like, making, you know what I mean? Because I need everybody, get a fucking notebook. You need to write down what you're good at. Do you twist your own hair? You could probably twist somebody else's. Oh, I don't think I could twist somebody's hair. Bitch, try. Find somebody who, no, for real. No, find somebody and who, by the way, in fact, go up to a scraggly ass nigga in Walmart and be like, hey, I'll do your hair for $40. And I know that's super low. I understand where you're coming from. But once that is done and it looks good, that person will be like, hey, listen, that $40 price was just for you, bitch. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is $80. Oh my God, I got a discount. Yes, you did. No, I don't like that. I'm being so fucking for real. Offer your neighbors a service to make dinner for them and get active in that side of your community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Jay. It's so cool. But seriously, that's really where I'm at right now. You know? And I think that it is one of those things that we really have to get to a space where we are being super creative with what we are doing next to make money, because they are about to make this so fucking hard. They do not want, let me say something. There's a reason why they are criminalizing homelessness. Even right now as we speak, I am trying to go ahead and get the last $200 and something so I can pay my rent. Because when I say these white people are waiting to evict a bitch,
they can't wait. They say, oh, we can't wait to get you jigaboos out of here.
I swear to God. Oh, even though the neighborhood full of jigaboos, yeah, it's fine. But regardless, they still want, the capitalism that goes on in this state is disgusting. Because it may not always be racism, but it's always classism. It's never not classism in this goddamn state. And that's just period. So we have to really start doing things that are going to keep us off the streets. The live is being flagged for hate speech and...
Of course.
Your live is flagged for hate speech and hateful behavior.
In other words, you're speaking too much community shit, and we don't like that.
What?
You trying to tell the people to come
have
together.
I said?
You talking about like community shit and like coming together and like growing your own food and like mutual aid, and we don't like that. So we don't play it.
Bro, I was literally about to say at this point, I am about to go get some chicken, go get some chicken eggs and one of them little heating lamps, and I'm about to go build myself a chicken coop, so I ain't got to pay for eggs no more. You think a nigga? Listen, I used to live on a farm, bitch. I used to, bitch.
You heard her.
I used to milk goats, gather eggs, and fight roosters. The rooster's name was Rogelio. Me and that nigga would fight every goddamn morning. I had a stick. That nigga dodged it. I was scared because I didn't know roosters could dodge like that. But I'm letting you know right now, I fought every day. Fought every motherfucking day.
One thing about the rooster, they gonna hit the matrix, bitch.
No, I said, no, I ran. He ducked, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be terrible. But no, I'm letting you know right now, there are so many ways to skin this fucking cat. Sorry, Mila. There are so many ways to do something different. Like at this point, I will ask if I can mow their lawn. What do you need done that I can help you with? There is a woman who lives next door who just had a baby. I'm about to go offer to babysit.
Period.
Hey, newborn. Like, I'm dead ass. We have to do whatever we can to stay off the streets because the point is for them to put us in jail. The reason why I want to talk about this is because there's a lot of people who are dealing with a lack of employment. I'm not the only person who is going to be going on 2 years and 3 months of not working. I am not the only one.
Isn't that crazy? That's fucking crazy. And the thing, and you still have fucking people who are programmed and bootlicking to will say, oh, well, you just need to find you a side gig. You need to hustle more. Do this, do that.
Do you know how many people could be in Aaron's ear and be like, why are you paying this X amount for whatever money? Isn't there this old bitch living in the house with you? Why ain't they paying more money? What the fuck? And when I say Aaron would really have to turn around and be like, that's not how this goes.
Mind you, we shouldn't be working to live. Mind you, we shouldn't be paying for things that we need to survive as human beings, like water, food, healthcare, education. We
and a domicile to live underneath. For some reason, you guys don't believe in subsidized housing. For some reason, you don't believe that housing is a right. Housing is a right. Housing is an actual right. Just like healthcare should be a right. I shouldn't just die on... I should not be a diabetic and think to myself, I can't pay for insulin next week, so let me go ahead and just take a little bit less of insulin today and then fucking die.
And that's the goal. They want us to die. Because as long as we keep giving Big Pharma our money, they don't give a fuck what happens to us.
Absolutely not. And on top of that, remember, this is a caste system. We always say that the caste system was in India. This is also a caste system. Yes, the cost of living is dystopian as fuck. It costs to live.
Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Because what do you mean, what do you do to earn a living?
Ooh.
Why is that something that is earned? Bitch, I didn't ask to be here. I'm here against my own will.
No, literally.
I'm gaslit to say that it's somehow my fault and that I need to make a way for myself and like show proof that I'm worthy of something by giving to the plantation.
Like I was in the room telling Elton John, like, gone, fuck, I need to be here. That's not what happened. I promise you that's not what happened. And what kills me the most is that sometimes those same parents will be like, now you gotta take care of me when I am dying. When I didn't even make the choice to be here in the first place. You owe me something, not the other way around.
I hate when they be like, oh, you don't want kids? Who gonna take care of you when you get older?
Oh my God, where you're like,
bitch,
wait.
I am not hospice, bitch. I didn't ask to be here, and that's on you, ho.
No, you're not supposed to be hospice. But then when you get older, they're like, oh no, the fact that your parents kept the lights on and put food in your mouth is the reason why you should take care of them. You do realize if they didn't do that, they'd go to jail, right?
Yeah, let me be clear. You have parents out here who treat their children like shit and still expect their children to take care of them when they get older.
Yeah, this is actually insane. Like,
bitch, I appeal to authority. And I'm too neurodivergent for that anyway. So when it comes to authority, I'm like, bitch, fuck you, bitch, because why? I'm always going to say that.
Yeah, no, and they get upset because you're asking questions. They get upset because you're asking why. And there's just certain things I'm not going to I'm not going to go back and forth on. There's just certain things I'm not going to do. And so when I say that you need to establish community, you need to establish people around you who you can be like, hey, I ain't got this, but I may have this. What do you have? That is what you have to start to foster in your own communities, because they are going to be going out of their way to put you in jail for bullshit. Because you being in jail pays. Most of these prisons are private that get paid per body, per bed. Why do you think they keep on? Be like, oh my goodness, why do they want to arrest us so much? Because it pays. It pays. Yeah. It pays. Why do you think you're at the end of the month and you're like, damn, there's a lot of tickets going on at the end of the month? Because it's the end of the month.
No, because it is all connected.
It is.
When we talk about slavery and how it's like, girl, if you are not contributing to society, mm-hmm. you are considered a deviant, a criminal. Mm-hmm. You are considered a runaway slave. So if you are homeless, you are not contributing to society. You need to be a slave. Yeah. We're going to put you in jail. You're under arrest. Because you're not seen as human then. No. If you are not participating in this capitalistic system, feeding the machine, you are not seen as human.
If you can't bring profit, are you human? That is what white supremacy asks us. If you are not able to bring profit, do you actually deserve humanity? Because look at the way they talk about homeless people. They talk about unhoused people. Like there was, obviously it's Fox and that's a horrific place, but they were on Fox. They were talking about like shooting homeless people.
Look at what they did just at downtown Atlanta next to my fucking job. They just did a whole sweepment encampment of homeless people for the fucking World Cup that's coming here in a little bit.
Oh, wait, what?
They made sure to
Pass
get
me
the
the
homeless
bottle.
folks
I
out there.
I can't, bitch. You know, I don't even care no more. That's ridiculous.
Listen, girl, it's about the image at the end of the day. An image to the elites and an image to the Epstein.
Nigga, who are you? You know.
Ooh, who said that? Ooh.
Ooh.
Who said that? Oh my God.
All right, listen. At this point, we all know that this is an actual crisis. And I need to be perfectly honest with everyone. When I say this is a crisis, this is a person who used to be a former hiring manager. I used to hire people for a living. When I say they are specifically putting out fake ads so they can bump their numbers up so they don't lose their own jobs. And you know what's fucked up? I just wasn't willing to do that. And that's why I had to walk away from my job. You know how fucked up that is? You know how fucked up that is?
That is fucking.
I just wanted to not be awful and evil to people.
How dare you?
I will never forget, there was this one person and their name was Taylor and they had like a strange like apostrophe on it. I thought it was cute. That's why I remember it. And I was interviewing them and went great. You know, I just came in, wasn't willing to do what? I'm not sure what you're talking about, babe. But no, I came in and I was just like, oh, this person is great. They have a military background. They have a security background. I was talking to security officers. I think that it's perfect, right? I send them on, right? They have an interview with the other recruiter. This is before I was doing full cycle recruiting. Mm-hmm. They send it over to the other recruiter. And the other recruiter calls me. She's like, what was that supposed to be? And I said, that? Oh, you said you left the job because you weren't willing to do it. I wasn't willing to go and put up fake ads for jobs that did not exist. That's what I was not willing to do. And when she said to me, what was that supposed to be? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't even know what gender that is. Wow, Milo. Wow.
Wait, what happened?
He pulled out. Oh my God.
Milo fucking pulled the cord.
Yes. He pulled the cord out. It's still recording. I don't know if that looks different. He really pulled that shit out. People be trying to corrupt other people's. Oh, yes. Oh, that's respectable. And that's why I left. Nigga. Sorry, my cat. No, he's doing too much. This orange bitch does too much. It's fine. Anyway, moving on. I wasn't willing to go ahead and I know, right? Sit your ass down. No, I wasn't willing to go ahead and put up to boost up my numbers, quote unquote, just so I could keep it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Other people were saying, oh my God, just do it because you're going to keep your job and so on and so on. And there was a woman who would literally throw me under the bus in every meeting. She would, when I say, all right.
Yeah.
Take him and put him outside. Okay, over there.
Yeah.
Sit over there.
Ooh. He said, fuck y'all.
And fuck you too. No, it's fine. Anyway, and it sucks because no matter what it is that we really tried to do, I would be in meetings. I'm like, hey, we can do this to get more people in. We can do that to get more people in. You know, all of these different things. It felt like it was falling on deaf ears. And instead they were just like, oh, put up this many open requisitions. Put up this many open requisitions so that when people apply, it'll boost up your numbers. But you've already chosen who's going to get the job.
Right.
So you're wasting everyone's time. That was something I refused to do. So I ended up leaving the job. And just so you know, there's not a whole lot of people who leave their job and still win their unemployment. I have proof of what the fuck I was talking about.
Period.
This was ridiculous. So, but at the end of the day, I'm still jobless just because I decided to try and do the right thing. That's what that ended up being. And I just want to let people know that we have to find other recourses. Do you cook? Do you clean? I'm about to go around and be like, hey, do you need your living room cleaned? Do you need your house cleaned for a certain amount of money? Let me go figure out what I'm going to do next. Because they want us to be making so little so that we end up being evicted. And as soon as we end up being evicted at the end of the day, and as soon as we end up being evicted at the end of the day, remember, our bodies are going to be used as collateral for actual labor. I feel that. I feel as Black people, we have to struggle with this 24/7. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh my God. And especially as Black queer people, Jesus Christ, it takes nothing for anybody to fire your ass. God forbid you were a trans woman. Can you imagine if I had some stubble?
How dare you?
A bitch would never get a job. I can barely get a job now. And I'm cis. Now what? God forbid you too gay.
Yeah.
God forbid you too butch. God forbid you anything that's not like.
They really said, yeah, tone it down, you sodomite. Is what they said. Yeah. How dare you? You're doing too much.
No, you're not wrong. Sodomite. No. And you know what's worse? I was watching Testaments earlier, which is like the spinoff of Handmaid's Tale. And there's this one scene where they're like, dirty girl, dirty girl, dirty girl. And I was like, oh my God.
That scene was so fucked up.
You saw that, right?
Yeah. I was like, girl, what's going on?
And the way they all got into it. I'm sorry.
That's how cults work, though. That's how cults work.
Low key.
Mm-hmm.
High key. That's exactly how it works. But I just wanted to make sure we had the discussion before we, groupthink, all right, before we move on to the next topic. Now, this one, this one is just for fun, baby.
Just for funsies. And you know what? I think we deserve a little fun. Yeah. Yeah, I say.
Oh, Gucci man. Okay, so let's talk about Gucci man. And let me tell you something. Before I go ahead and I'm going to be playing a video, you won't be able to see it on here, but when you see the actual uploaded video, you will be able to see the video. But yeah, when I say I was so confused, I was confused about the names. I'm old. I was confused about the names. I said, who's Pooh Shiesty and who named him?
I heard the name Pooh Shiesty. I just never seen his face before.
He's cute.
Is he?
He's kind of cute. It's unfortunate that he decided to try and kidnap Gucci Mane while he's got an ankle monitor on.
That's funny.
Cause why would you do that?
What is going on?
Why would you do that? I don't understand. No. And listen, just so you know, I just want to put it out there. Gucci Mane deserves everything. Gucci Mane deserves everything he is getting and actually more.
Absolutely.
Him and Keisha Creor. I don't know what that bitch's name. What her name is? Keisha Creor?
Whatever it is this week, honey.
Listen, whatever her name is, she fine and everything, but y'all evil. I used to tell people I wouldn't sign stuff as an engineer and my job was hella at stake. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, he is fine. I see his face.
Yes, he's so cute. Gucci. Ooh. Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes.
Restricted to live.
Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under our community guidelines. Harassment and bullying.
I got the same thing, bitch. What? So what that mean?
It means we're gonna continue with our fucking show.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what the fuck it means. I don't even care at this point. It's fine. Hey, if y'all like the live, share the live, my love. If y'all like the live, share the live, because guess what? This goddamn fucking app. You know what? This app.
I'm so over TikTok, bro. Like, I'm so fucking.
Listen, we're gonna be moving to YouTube anyway, bitch. It's
right, girl. We on YouTube.
fine.
Link in bio.
Anyway.
He is fine, girl.
Listen,
That's
Pooh,
right.
listen, Mr. Pooh Shiesty, yes, that man is very good looking. He's very cute, but apparently also very stupid. I did not know that you could be that dumb. But anyway.
Most of these niggas.
All right, listen. Oh my God, that was out loud. Friend.
Oh, that was so loud.
So
Pooh Shiesty was determined not to be the next 1017 artist to end up on a fucking t-shirt. And I fear those of you who don't understand that have not gone deep enough into the rabbit hole. Gucci Mane's artists continue to drop like flies. And it's because him and Keisha Kaur have a very simple system. They sign hot ass artists that already have a lot of traction. They take said artists and enter them into the worst 360 slave contracts that they could possibly get them into. They subsequently make sure that these artists have a known history or start to have a known history of substance abuse, drug abuse, a dangerous lifestyle, or all of the above.
Aren't those people
then
easy to kill?
take out life insurance policies on these artists. That, coupled with their known struggles with substances, alcohol, or the street life, gives them just enough deniable plausibility when them motherfuckers drop. They cash in on the insurance policy and boom, now you have another income. You can also make money off the backs of the folks that die because now they solidified a legacy. Their music has gained the ears of the people. They're going to buy music posthumously. It's a very similar formula that P. Diddy has used and many, many other record label execs. We know in the United States.
No, because you saw what Diddy did.
Corporations.
You saw what Diddy did.
Lots of employers will take out insurance.
Went ahead and had that nigga paying for his own goddamn funeral out of his fucking estate.
Yeah. These regular businesses and corporations do not have the added benefit of their employees already being a part of questionable lifestyles, dangerous and high risk lifestyles. Gucci Mane and Keisha Kaur know this, and they capitalize off this every time. If you haven't.
So what I'm going to say is, I want you to know, finding people who will go ahead and take shady life insurance policies out on someone who doesn't know better is not something that Gucci Mane came up with. Let's make that very clear. First off, the first time I ever heard of this was when Walmart did it. Everybody should go watch the movie Capitalism, a Love Story by Michael Moore. In it, you will find out that there are airlines and a lot of big companies like Walmart who will actually take an insurance policy out on your life. And what's worse is they name themselves the beneficiaries. And this happens in airlines, and this happens at large stores. So at one point, there was a man in the documentary who his wife tragically passed away, I think during childbirth. And then they accidentally sent him the letter of the payout for her life. And he was under the when I say this man was drowning in debt from who's gonna take care of the kids, who's gonna pay for the funeral, how am I gonna move forward? Can I keep this house? Can I continue to pay the water? Can I continue to pay the light? And then they sent him $1 million receipt payout that they received.
Ain't that something?
So when I hear about Gucci Mane and Keisha Kaur, listen, Pooh Shiesty's an idiot. He's a pretty idiot, right? Because why would you kidnap a nigger with your fucking... Bro, they know where you are. It's fine. However, they deserve everything that they get. Because this is an example of a black overseer. This is the example of a person who wants actual slaves. Because that 360 deal that they had Pooh Shiesty sign, there's a reason why he kidnapped that man and put a gun and said, hey, let me out of this deal. You know what Gucci Man said? You know, after this, we still gotta go to the lawyers. By the way, Gucci Man, you talk like a man who's never gonna die. I would have never said that to Pooh Shiesty. Knowing he was gonna go to jail for some stupid shit. Seeing the ankle monitor on his ankle. I'm like, the police are gonna be here in like 15 minutes. I would be like, yeah, you're not gonna live through this.
You're fucked.
Right, but you still had that much to say? Insane. Now, the next video, let me go ahead and also play.
If I send you this, just know the contract is null and void. You understand what I'm saying? Now, before we get into the details, Pooh Shiesty, you had them boys out there committing multiple felonies, then going home on a Greyhound bus after staying down to the comfort inn, my God, all today. All right, let's take it from the top. The Pooh Shiesty paperwork just dropped, and y'all, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe he had nothing to do with the situation. In reality, it was absolutely that bad. Pooh Shiesty had everything to do with the situation. Buddy was overly involved. Right off the bat, first page, I'm aggravated. Why are all these people listed on here with you, Pooh Shiesty? Why would you commit a crime with the studio audience? I understand wanting to have your partners with you, but unfortunately, once you get too many people involved, the chances of one of these people doing something stupid like posting stolen items on social media is 110% with a 10% margin of error. Someone is going to get you caught up. Don't commit crimes with a merry gang of bandits. Now to the allegations. So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's label 1017, and he wants out of the contract. And honestly, I'm sure the contract is probably worse than the ones that Diddy had them signing back on Bad Boys back in the day. I'm talking about once you sign, you're not getting out lifetime membership. I believe that. We know how these contracts go and how these artists are treated. So Pooh Shiesty, realizing the contract terms and conditions are no longer working for him, contacts Gucci and the execs and says, let's talk. Love that. So Pooh Shiesty and his people get to the studio. Gucci and his people get to the studio, but immediately there was a red flag. Pooh Shiesty gets a call from his case manager. Now, why does Pooh Shiesty have a case manager? Because he's currently on house arrest for a gun charge. His caseworker knows where Pooh Shiesty is because Pooh Shiesty has on an ankle monitor. And the purpose of the monitor is, well, to make sure you are at your house under arrest.
All I can do is take my shit
to be in the studio. Mr. Shiesty then says he understands and he hangs up the phone. Now, mind you, Gucci is sitting there listening to all of this. So Gucci is probably thinking, this man is on house arrest, wearing an ankle monitor, being actively tracked. Surely he's not about to do anything silly like robbing me. Boy, was Mr. Gucci in for a surprise. But nevertheless, Mr. Gucci says, you know what?
You have no idea how much you thought wrong.
We can reschedule the studio session, but Mr. Shiesty, adamant to engage and advocate for himself, says, no, let's talk right now really quickly. So they go into a private room. Mr. Shiesty, Mr. Shiesty's father, and another compadre by the name of Big
His
30,
daddy was there?
to the room, and Mr. Shiesty begins to have a conversation with Mr. Gucci about the contract. Yeah. This should not come as a surprise. It sounds like this conversation has been had before, and Mr. Shiesty was unhappy with the terms of said contract. But Mr. Gucci declines to let Mr. Shiesty out of the contract. Next, the feds claim an argument escalates, and somehow a Draco is allegedly pulled. Now pause. For those of you unfamiliar with a Draco, just know that it is not typically what you bring to a negotiation, but it does tend to get the job done.
All right.
So, as the Draco is allegedly pointed in Gucci's general direction,
I'm not going to do this with you.
Again by Mr. Shiesty, of course, nicely
She was one of my
sign the contract. And at this point, Mr. Gucci is like, you know what? I've been doing some thinking. I would actually love to let you out of this contract. Where's the pen? And Mr. Gucci signs. Now, while all of this is happening, Big 30 allegedly pulls out his phone and starts recording. Now, I guess in Big 30's mind, this was going to be proof that Gucci signed the contract voluntarily, but what it actually is evidence of you being at the scene of the crime. Oh, and I would like to do a quick point of clarification here and say that forcing someone to sign a contract at gunpoint is not enforceable. That contract is getting thrown out of court immediately. So all of this and Mr. Shiesty is still in the contract with Mr. Gucci. I genuinely hate to see it. Allegedly next, after Mr. Gucci signs the contract, Mr. Shiesty says, actually also, I need that. And then Mr. Shiesty or one of his esteemed associates takes Gucci's wedding ring and other valuables that he may have had on him. And Mr. Shiesty and his crew allegedly rob everyone in Mr. Gucci's crew. So now they've gone from contract negotiation to group robbery.
All right. We don't have to listen to the whole thing. This was just an example of how, unfortunately dumb, as she says, Mr. Shiesty was. His last name is Shiesty. I didn't really expect, a moral guy, right? But I was hoping that he would be off of house arrest before he decided to kidnap somebody. That's okay.
That's all right.
Right, hey, do your thing. What I will say is, how many other people are signed to Gucci Mane who are still alive? Because apparently he's left quite a few bodies in his wake. How many people are currently signed to Gucci Mane who feel safe? That's the only question I have if I'm going to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But anyway, next case, right? Because I wanted to make sure we went through all of that. Oh!
And this also goes back to talking about the industry again.
Yep.
Like a lot of these men, these rappers, Rick Ross, for example, said, hey, if I have a female under my label, I would have to sleep with them. If you're going to work under me, that's just the policy.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. And things like this is unfortunately so normalized in the music industry, which is why we still have people coming out and defending Diddy or saying don't punch down on him and dumb shit like that. Because it's so normalized, they can't even say the word abuse. That's how crazy it is. It's so normal. Shit like this is normal as fuck.
It's like a Tuesday morning. It really means nothing, unfortunately. Now, for our next video, just so you know, the FBI and the White House wants us dead. Let's talk about it.
Let's chat.
Right?
Oh, so this is bad. The government is now expanding what counts as domestic terrorism. And it's not just about your actions anymore, it's about what you believe. And now, the FBI is proactively hunting Americans that don't align with this current administration's beliefs. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. Time for the Daily Scream! Trump's new budget includes a new FBI center that will proactively identify domestic terrorists. And you know what? Cool. Love that. That seems normal, right? That is until you see what qualifies you as a domestic terrorist. Because as of right now, these are the qualifications. If you're anti-capitalism, anti-Christianity, anti-American, extremist beliefs on race, gender, immigration, hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on religion, hostility towards those who hold traditional views on morality, hostility towards traditional family values. And when they say hostility towards traditional family values, we don't have to play dumb. They're referring to the nuclear family, like a straight married couple with kids, which means anything outside of that is now deemed as suspicious. So the FBI is now hunting Americans, which is absolutely fucking terrifying. Mind you, you haven't done anything wrong. Like, you don't have to physically do something. They're coming after you if they think your beliefs are concerning. Everything they've described as domestic terrorism is essentially an attack on any individual who believes in inclusivity. Oh, and the main place they're looking for domestic terrorists? Social media. There's now a 300% increase in investigations, expanded watch lists, and a new center redefining what counts as a threat. And what I think people are failing to understand here, they are shifting the definition of extremism and domestic terrorism from what you do to what you believe and think. That's not like a policy change, that's a completely different system. Anyways, if having opinions is an issue, this video is clearly not helping my case. So if this video gets flagged, it was nice knowing ya. Oh, so this is...
Nice knowing you is crazy, but thoughts?
Yeah, like they do want us there for real. There is an attack on poor folks and disabled folks. Like, they want us dead. If you are not in the elitist Epstein class, they do not give a fuck about you, which is why I'm still mind blown as to why people are still defending rich people and
in any capacity.
In any capacity. Y'all need to decenter money. Until you do that,
say
we will
that
never
again.
be free. You need to decenter money until you do that. Quote unquote money, right? Because that shit comes from the ground as well. You're paying for shit that comes from the ground using shit that comes from the ground. So until you decenter money, quote unquote, must become unnecessary for anything to change.
Until us as a population realizes that we are bigger than the government. Until we realize the numbers are on our side, we will continue to be exploited, neglected, and oppressed. There's nothing that we can do about that, especially since most of us are too afraid to act. Most of us are too afraid to not go to work. Most of us are too afraid to strike. Most of us are too afraid to go ahead and reach out to our neighbors who might be late on bills and be like, just because you're late on bills, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve water. It doesn't mean you don't deserve light. It doesn't mean you don't deserve housing. And I will fight to make sure that you still are able to get those things, whether or not you have money. Until that is your politic, you are another peon. You're another cog in the wheel of their games. It was, did you ever read The Hunger Games? Mm-hmm. Did you read or you watched it?
Oh, watched it.
Okay. So in the book, one of the best parts I feel like about the book was a lot of the ways that PETA spoke about the Capitol. In ways that Katniss was just like, bitch, I don't get it. What the fuck? Like, there was this one moment where they're on the train and all to go to the games. And she goes to the roof of the train and she sees him just kind of sitting there and they start talking and he says like, I just don't know what I'm going to do to make sure that I'm not a piece in their games. And Katniss is like, does that mean you won't kill anybody? And he was like, of course not. If somebody's trying to kill me, I won't not defend myself. Mm-hmm. But I want to show them they don't own me. And I won't just do what you say. I want to die as myself. And Katniss is at the point where she's like, I don't want to die at all. The fuck are you talking about?
Right.
But for PETA, death was imminent. And there wasn't even a chance of life. But he still wanted his dignity in the little bit of life that he had left. And that's what we are all starving for. To not be a piece in their fucking games. I don't want to be forced to be who you are. I don't want to be forced to be like, oh, I've got to be as heartless and as fucked up as you are. Mm-hmm. Because that's what life is, right? That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do to move forward.
Yep.
And PETA was like, no, I can't. I won't. And it was Katniss that had to figure out what the next move was going to be after that. It was Katniss that literally had to lay down and be like, what the fuck did that nigga mean? When he said that shit. Because she's only thinking about the sparse pieces of survival that she's only been given to hold on to. And I just want to let you know, that's all we've been given to hold on to. Is our tesserae, is our little bit of oil and our little bit of grain that we can go ahead to feed our children. That's what it is. I truly, truly hope there are going to be people that question this system after me. I am going to be 40. Wow.
Did he do
wow.
it again?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on. I really, truly hope that there are going to be people that come after me who need to have a sense of curiosity that cannot be quelled. You need to have a sense of self that cannot ever be diminished in order to go through this life. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
So I pray that you make your children strong. I pray that you make your friends strong for what they're about to go through, because what this is, What's about to happen next? When I say the FBI is coming for you, this isn't a joke, and most of us don't have the money to leave. How long have we been talking about this channel? Just to get the fuck out of here. We don't have the money to go. We don't.
Prep and organize, that's all I can say.
And protect where you are. And also be very aware of who you're fucking around. And the reason why I say that is because anybody could be the ops. Do you see how many black and brown people who have gone to work for ICE over a sign-on bonus? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of hoe in these niggas' blood. Ain't no hoe in my blood.
There's a lot of hoe in these niggas.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. Cause how the fuck?
There's a lot of hoe.
There's a lot of hoe in these niggas' bloods. It's the truth. Ain't no hoe in my blood. I'm not about to go ahead and just go work for some people just so I can get some money. No, nigga, I swear to God, me will go skid out and sell pussy before I work for ICE.
Oh my God, that was funny. There's a lot of whore in these niggas.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass though. I'm not gonna do this. Like, and I feel sorry for the people who feel like they're on shaky ground and don't know what to do. I know exactly what to do. And you're jealous. And you're jealous because I always know what side I'm supposed to be on. You're trying to figure out what side you're supposed to be on because you're trying to figure out how to be on a good side and also win. That's not where I'm at. Winning is only if I'm on the side of the oppressed and we all win. Otherwise, it doesn't fucking work. All right.
What the fuck is he doing out there?
What isn't that orange goddamn cat doing? It's fine.
It's like the TV.
I swear to God, it's just he's such a dickhead. Anyway, it's fine. So next case. So Trump and Iran update. Let's listen. Let's listen to what's happening currently. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That orange bunion.
Yo, I swear to God, Mango Mussolini is doing a lot.
Mango Mussolini.
He is. Go on, girl. You got it.
Donald Trump just caved, backing down from his fake deadline, averting for now what the president described this morning as an attack on Iran that would lead to the death of a, quote, whole civilization. Moments ago, the president posted, quote, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. The suspension is contingent on Iran reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Now, Trump says he backed down based on talks with Pakistan, which is serving as an intermediary. He added, quote, we received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Donald Trump just...
So, first and foremost, we knew you were a bitch already. It's fine.
We knew you were a bitch already.
That's not the problem. But let's listen to a little bit more. Because why not? Come on, computer, you got it.
Come on, blessed be.
No, blessed be the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Iran is declaring victory, and many people are wondering why. Maybe it's because the guy in the White House says that the U.S. received a 10-point plan from Iran and thinks it's a workable basis to negotiate. Let's get into what this 10-point plan actually says. So Iran's 10-point peace plan. Number 1, a guarantee that Iran will not be attacked again. Number 2, permanent end to the war, not just a ceasefire. Number 3, an end to Israeli strikes in Lebanon. Number 4, lifting of all U.S. sanctions on Iran. Number 5, into all regional fighting against Iranian allies. Number 6, Iran will reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Number 7, Iran would impose a $2 million fee per ship transiting Hormuz. Number 8, Iran would split these fees with Oman. Number 9, Iran would establish rules for safe passage through Hormuz. Number 10, Iran would use Hormuz fees for reconstruction instead of reparations. Now, the guy in the White House said, quote, almost all the various points of past contention have been agreed to between the U.S. and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated, end quote. Now, after seeing Iran's 10-point plan and realizing that there will be a 2-week ceasefire, what do y'all think?
Okay.
Mind you, they literally violated that ceasefire agreement today.
You took the words right out of my mouth. 12 hours later. On some SpongeBob shit. 12 hours later. You know, for real, like, what? So, well, you know what? Talk to me. How do you feel about the fact that he was going to do it, didn't do it, and then still did it?
I think he's doing this to manipulate the markets, but also, because, girl, let's be honest.
You're not wrong. You know,
market manipulation, but also let's not pretend like a greater Israel was not in the books for the longest time. Why would we believe that Israel, especially, but America is Israel and Israel America at this point? Mm-hmm. Why would we believe? We tipsy, girl.
It's okay. No, but why would we believe?
Why would we believe that a ceasefire would be a thing from them? They are a settler colony, and settler colonies could not survive without what they are doing now.
But you know why Aaron was saying that? It's because Israel and the U.S. are basically the same entity. Do you realize that Israel has broken every ceasefire they've ever had? Did you think the U.S. was going to keep it up? Did you? Okay, so listen, then if you did, then I'm not the only stupid person in the room. And I'm just, and that's just the truth. And I really feel like, especially right now, I can honestly say that there are a lot of people who are trying to figure out what to do next. But I will say, people who are communists, people who are socialists, are not trying to figure out what to do next. They have a plan. Do you know who doesn't have a plan? Liberals and Democrats. Liberals, Democrats, and Republicans. They're all the same thing to me. Two wings, same bird. And they don't have a plan. Their plan is dependent on someone acquiescing. Their plan is dependent on someone bending the knee, like it's Game of Thrones. Like, will you take the Iron Throne? Type shit. I'm not joking. You know what? Let me not, because I don't even know if I got a tune right now. But yes! But you know what I'm saying? No, that's regular. It was almost like, you know how everybody was so upset with the end of Game of Thrones? Because Cersei was such a fucking cunt. How did you die with just a building falling on you? Fuck you, bitch. I want you flayed for the millions.
Because can we talk about it, though? Like, Cersei really was a cunt stain for real.
Oh! Cersei, let me tell you something.
She was really a fucking twat.
The only episode I can say I really enjoyed of Game of Thrones was when Cersei had to go ahead and do the walk of shame. Mm-hmm. And people were throwing... Shame! No. When she was walking... And I saw somebody literally take something from their own undercarriage and throw it at her. I'm like, girl, were you shitting just now? That's crazy.
Were you shitting?
No, because I didn't know that's how this goes. So she and then just like, oh, land's right here. I'm like, oh.
All sorts of shit, girl. Someone threw a hamburger and some shit. And then someone threw a...
I think that was another piece of shit. I think it was just a harder shit.
Uh-huh.
No, it was like shit. It was a shit without water. It was a very like, dry shit. But definitely threw it at that bitch while she was walking down.
A shit without water. That's funny. That's funny.
You could tell. And
so would that be like a turd, I guess?
Turds can still be soft. Turds can still be soft.
You know what you right,
No. Them dry shits, I call them goat shits. The ones that's really super dry for no reason. You just been taking like hella Metamucil for no reason. Girl, I'm not gonna do this with you.
Not goat shits.
This is where, or rabbit. No, but listen.
Hey, who are we?
No, but I need people to understand in general, like, just like we will watch things like Game of Thrones, Hunger Games, all of these different things, and we will be like, oh my God, how fantastical. What a crazy, made-up world. that will never be here. Oh my God. And then.
You know what? I wish dragons were real so they could light all our asses on fire.
Listen, I would love it. But.
Who said that? Okay, anyways. Sorry.
But no, seriously. No, that is something I would 100% love. Because none of us deserve whatever the fuck this is. Because most of us are better people than whatever the fuck this is. They're trying to kill us, bro. They don't want us here. You're probably too good for this mortar coil.
What Cardi B said? That's the government.
That's the government. Man, I am so jealous. Everybody going to our goddamn concert. Oh my God.
That church said, bitch, that was the government.
When she fell off that chair, she said, and I said, girl, you know that was the government.
You know what it was?
You damn right. You damn right. Because where else was it supposed to be?
Where else would it be?
Nothing.
It's always the fucking government.
Nothing. Girl, anyway. So, moving on to our last topic. Oh, gosh. All right, let's do it, friend.
Wait, which Wayne is this?
Wanye.
That's why you said.
I love you. Anyway, so listen.
Okay.
You were like Lil Wayne, the Wayne brothers? No.
Okay,
Wanye.
Lil Wayne do be cooling and tap dancing.
Oh, listen, regularly, but I try not to talk about that homeless woman. So let's just move on. Anyway, so moving on.
Things like that. So there's things I want to hear more about. That said, she did talk about her relationship with Boyz II Men singer Wanye Morris. Wanye, is that his name Morris? Yeah,
that's his name. Morris.
And
who ain't dead, but she trying to kill.
And
she was tearing him up in there.
She talks about their. I mean, she is reflecting on their relationship, which has been rumored about for years. When Wanye has talked about it in the past, he's talked about it as a relationship that was pop.
I just want to say, shout out to Dark Lamont Hill, because you're not Mark Lamont Hill, you are Dark Lamont Hill, because you be on there being the blackest motherfucker that ever lived on every episode, every time, and constantly caping for what black people want. So conscious black people want. I don't know about the coons, but I appreciate that.
Tokens.
I don't know. Look, tokens get spent, baby. I don't know, but. It's something that I love so much, but it's also something that I'm like, man, I hope his wife is doing some mean dick sucking, because this is really hard on anyone. Is what it feels like. I'd be like, let me get my jaw together.
Dick sucking.
Oh, sorry.
Positive that her parents knew about. That he met when she was younger, but then they kind of, in his language, consummated it when they were older. He didn't say consummated, but they had sex when she was a little bit older. Okay. There's a very famous Breakfast Club interview where, they're talking about it. We'll get back to that. Brandy told a different story in the book. She says she was 15 when they started dating. It's still not clear when they had sex, but 16 would be the oldest.
How old was he?
22.
Oh, what the fuck?
22. So that's part. And she says they were sneaking around. Her parents didn't know. She was...
Yo, put it in the chat. Could you be 22 and date somebody 16? Just so I know whose name to forward to the police.
Yeah.
She's basically saying when they were in a relationship, her parents didn't know. She also says that he became more and more controlling. That she was in love, and he was manipulating the situation. She eventually caught him with another woman, and they broke it off. But she basically is saying in retrospect he was. I'm summarizing here, but basically like he was too old to be in that kind of a dynamic. He should have known better, even when she didn't. He was mentally
manipulating.
Yeah, even when she didn't know, even when she didn't know better, he should have.
I hate being around straight men when we have conversations like this.
It gets a little bit uglier in the public because after the press releases came out and the stories came out from this book, that Breakfast Club interview resurfaces, and it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. Have y'all heard it?
No. Yes. Yeah, I haven't. Or I have maybe and don't remember.
Very gross.
It's worth it. Listen to this.
And you had a celebrity relationship. Were you the only one that was ever involved with a celebrity?
Who was he dating?
Wanye was banging Brandy.
He left you lonely, broken hearted.
No, I didn't actually leave alone.
He was teaching Reggae how to do videos.
You taught Reggae how to do the same.
That's why they called you Squirt.
That's what I was thinking.
That's why we got Squirt.
I mean, Brandy even said her behind the music that you broke her heart because you fell in love with somebody else.
I mean, you only fall in love with somebody. You only fall out of love with somebody else if somebody makes you fall out of love. Mm-hmm. You know, so if that was the situation, if that's what she said, then
that's political. I like that.
I can't contest to her view about it. I can just only live by my view.
Revolt.
They were saying she was really young when y'all dated.
Yeah, she was. Not that young. Not getting
baby.
No, I'm saying. That's why I stopped it. Hold on. But that's why I stopped it and said that she wasn't that young, because I don't want y'all to think Boys to Men was young. I
was young too.
She said she was 15 and she had to keep it a secret because
See, we did the thing. We did the thing when she was like 16, 17, around that time. You know.
So you were still a boy too.
I wasn't old. I wasn't like 38 years old now. Like that. I was old enough to. She was old enough to get it.
Okay. Was it legal in the state y'all was in?
And it's over here.
I mean, we was all in different states. We was on
She was old enough to get it.
They had a nomad relationship.
Listen.
We just, we didn't do it in the states.
He said out of his own mouth. At 15, 16, 17, she was old enough to get it.
At the time, it was a relationship. It grew and it ungrew.
Squirted and unsquirted.
Squirted and unsquirted.
It's all men until it's no man.
That's all
bad.
It's all around.
Yikes.
Just like with black women and their transphobia, it's all of you until it's none of you. You're all transphobic until none of you are transphobic, bitch. How about that?
You see
How about that?
Yeah. There's just no way to.
It goes all the way around.
That interview was now obviously interview was before the brand and no one really. I mean, no. Some people thought it was gross back then.
We speculated that they were involved in some capacity.
Yeah, and I knew they were. You know what I mean?
I remember when they were dating. That's the only thing that kind of tripped me up. Because it was widespread when they were dating.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
So I don't understand how you could say, "Yo, we were sneaking around," because I wasn't industry related or affiliated, and I remember when they were dating.
So they did when Broken Heart came out. The Soul Power remix came out a little bit later, and that's when Wanye was on it. And some people back then, if you did a duet with somebody, people assumed you did. So I think there was a way almost you could hide in plain sight.
No, they were dating. They used to be outside together and shit like that. I mean, it still don't remotely exonerate him for what he did, but
I get what you're saying. I mean, that's one of the pushbacks. This
is the issue I have. Jesus Christ, Ish is a light-skinned black man who has a white wife. It's not like I'm saying,
oh, girl, here we go. They will move your access, your live access.
Whoa!
And look what I got just now, right now. I got a violation too, girl.
Your live access across all channels, including multi-guest, will be restored April 11th.
Fuck TikTok, bro. Like
harassment.
I've been saying TikTok
and bullying. Wait.
TikTok is homophobic.
Wait, they saying it's this part. Wait, what? What are you talking?
Because we ain't even say nothing for real, and y'all tripping. Bitch.
It's all live, friend. It's all live. I'm still trying to.
We ain't even say nothing for real.
Wow. I'm actually like.
Meanwhile, TikTok, you let all these white folks say the N-word every fucking day.
Bro, and I'm even seeing
here.
People go ahead and
talk about decolonizing our minds, and now it's an issue.
Listen, I've seen splooge on TikTok. Like, that's terrible.
Girl,
all right, you know what? It's fine. Harassment and bullying. That is their reason.
That's why I'm anti.
Hate speech is what their reason was.
Hate speech is crazy. Meanwhile, you have lacrosse white motherfuckers on here that play lacrosse every fucking week. Doing Nazi salutes on TikTok live. But we talk about white supremacy. It's an issue.
It's okay.
I can't stand TikTok, bro. I fucking hate it.
No,
but here I am because bitch, this is all I got, and and you hoes would have to deal.
I'm going to continue the appeal. The notice is unclear because I don't know what the fuck is going on. And we will just continue. Sorry, my 130 viewers.
Do you know someone at work 4 days ago said you don't look bipolar or act bipolar? Do you know someone told me that, bitch?
What does bipolar look like?
Because folks think that, because since I am lucky enough to have a lot of self-control with my diagnosis and know how to handle it and manage it, folks be like, oh, I don't believe you because you're conventionally attractive and bitch, you don't look it. You don't act like it.
That's insane. I'm sorry. That's 100% insane.
How often, there was a video I meant to send you about how neurodivergent people, especially if you're conventionally attractive like we are, people don't believe that we are neurodivergent.
Yeah, no, they'll be like, you can't be autistic.
You can't be because this is what autism
because
looks like.
I find you attractive. Very strange.
It's like, oh, you can't be autistic because you're supposed to look this way.
But what I will go ahead and say, like, especially when it comes to whether it's Wanye, whether it's Diddy, whether it's whoever, I really am so upset with the way that black and brown people have reacted to Brandy coming out and saying, basically, this man groomed me.
It's very unfortunate and sad.
Because why aren't we looking at Sonia? Why aren't we talking about her parents? Why do we expect Brandy at 15, 16 years old to be the adult in the situation? Please tell me. Because when I was 16, I was a goddamn fool. I actually didn't start to grow smarts until at least after 23.
It's like we train or expect black women to. How can I say this?
We like to adultify
black women more at a faster rate as opposed to black men. Oh, boys should be boys. That's
but the only, you know what? I actually disagree with that. I think they've already adultified black men. Mm-hmm. You're a black man. You could be little. I've seen police officers go ahead and put the cuffs on a 4-year-old, him peeing on top of their car because he's so fucking scared. Y'all are inherently adultified.
Black children are automatically adultified. Mm-hmm. Black kids are automatically adultified as fuck.
And then a 4-year-old girl, 5-year-old girl. Oh, look how fast she is. Look what she's wearing. She's 5. She doesn't even know what her nunu is. What the fuck are we talking about? Are you being for real? No, you don't know what even your nunu is. What the fuck are we talking about?
You don't know what your hoo-ha is.
You know what I'm saying? Your chocha?
Your
good up. You listen to the good up. You don't know what any of those things are. So what the fuck are we talking about?
You're entertaining this.
You want some good up? No, I don't know what you're saying. I'm a child. Anyway.
Girl.
So we adultify these children and then we get upset with them when they don't meet our expectations of being an adult.
Especially if that black child is neurodivergent.
Oh,
they are not. They are constantly misunderstood, and they are not. Oftentimes, are not allowed to be children until my age right now. I am still unpacking a lot of trauma. I thought I got rid of it all. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Because that's how deep that shit goes.
It's true. And I also think that when you have gone through something like that, you are constantly trying to find your childhood outside of that place.
Yes.
Which is why you will love anime. You'll like dressing up. You'll like cosplay. You'll like all of these things that seem kind of like inherently like little kid stuff. But it's because you never got the chance.
Yeah.
To even explore yourself at that rate.
We're constantly being corrected. Mm-hmm. We're constantly being like policed over every single thing.
Policed.
Especially if we are black and queer.
Policed.
And especially if we
corrected.
are black men who have femininity at all.
They want to literally kill it out of you. It's the same thing with masculinity within black women. They want to quell it where it stands. And it's so insane because the only reason that you think that black women are masculine is because they take care of themselves. And the only reason that you think black men are feminine is because they decide to look inward and have some introspection, something we're never allowed to do walking through the world in this patriarchy. So you're seeing people start to heal themselves and you demonize them for it.
This is why we say homophobia hurts everyone. Because
the patriarchy hurts everyone. White supremacy hurts everyone. It's not just an us thing. You just don't know you're fucked up. I'm sorry that I know already. Okay? But anyway, I just want to go ahead and say thank you all for an amazing, amazing show. I think we did great this evening. We have continued to be consistent. Macarena, right? So I just want to make sure to say to all of you, thank you so much for continuing to listen to our podcast. Thank you so much for continuing to support us. And thank you so much for in the future, because I know that you will flock to our YouTube. You will make sure that Aaron and I are set up for success in reference to being able to build community with more black queer people. So for that, I thank you. And remember always that being queer is African. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.